Hey everybody, this is the Scotsman. We want to do a short video on cap path and all the different variables that play a part in it. Like your last fills, they need to be consistent all the way around the pipe before you get started. Sharp tungsten, you want to make sure you have real sharp tungsten. This is a key player. The size cup that you use, we're using number 12 with a 1/2 inch stick out. So how far your tungsten is out from the cup, it makes a difference on how it walks and the pattern you're going to get as far as the weave pattern. If it's a big steps, small steps. Some things it's easier to get a cleaner weld with smaller steps. And some of the plants, and I've heard some of the QC, they kind of require you to have a tight weave in there. If you go in there with the big old snakeskin looking weave, they won't accept it at all. Even in the offshore pipeline, I was an inspector, and you could tell AUT would come down to scan one of the wells, and the guys that had the tight weaves on their caps, it'd just be spotless. And then they'd go to the next weld, and it was the other welder that welded it, and he had the big snakeskin wide step, and there'd be, just little pieces of porosity, or, just be little hits here or there. It'd still be acceptable, but, you could tell the difference, and they would know who welded if it was Charlie or, Lunsford or whatever his name was. If he welded it, they could tell without even getting out of the truck just by scanning it because of the trash that was in the cap. And that's real strict though. The offshore stuff, it's 1104 code, and it's for like risers that are coming up from the seafloor. They're always moving, always under stress. So they're a lot more strict on that kind of stuff. But the ASME Section 9, I've seen some of the guys and the QCs and stuff, they'll say, you got to have a tight weave. We're not going to accept any of this wide snakeskin looking stuff. So basically that's what we're doing here is a tighter weave, 2-pass cap. And, this stuff is just mainly muscle memory. You're wanting to look on the right-hand side and then the left-hand side. You want to keep looking in front of you, behind you, where you've come from. So you're checking all these different waypoints as you're moving forward. And as long as you can get that muscle memory down, you got a good lens. And I'll tell you, for TIG welding, I use like a number 9 and one of those cool blue number 9s, and I forget what they're called now, but it's not the original cool blue, but you can get something similar to it, and you can see the world with it. I can put my hood down, let my eyes adjust, and I can almost see without the arc, without striking an arc. So you guys can get this stuff. It's easy. If you do it every day, you'll get that muscle memory. If you don't do it every day, you're going to have a little bit of trouble. It might take you about a year or so. But just to touch base on what we showed you at the beginning of the video, the guy, he's on the job. That was one of our past students, and one of his first paychecks, and he's made like $3,600 in 1 week. We vouch for him. We help give our students jobs, and we'll send them to supervisors that are calling us, the instructors. We have, by the way, the lowest student-teacher ratio in the country, a 5-to-1 student-teacher ratio. So every 5 students will have 1 instructor, and it makes a big difference in the training that these students are getting. It's almost one-on-one. I mean, because there's 5 hours of class, and then you have 5 students and one instructor for those 5 students. You can almost spend an hour of one-on-one with each student. And then we do some other different things, some real world practical stuff with them that they have to go through, mirror welding, a confined space, working from heights. It just makes a huge difference in the end, and what kind of a welder they turn out to be, straight out of school. So now, if you give it enough practice and stay positive, you'll get it. It's just like that old story. The man stopped to watch a Little League game, and after a few minutes, he asked one of the boys in the dugout what the score was, and he said, "Oh, we're behind 12 to nothing." And the guy said, "Gee, you must be kind of discouraged." And the boy looked at him and said, "Discouraged? Why should I be? We haven't even been up to bat yet." So we can all kind of learn a little bit from his attitude and spirit. Children have a wonderful capacity to look on the bright side and stay positive. As adults, we must resist that temptation to become cynical and negative as we go through life. The least we can do, if we can't be positive, is not to hinder and contaminate the positive attitudes and efforts of others. It's just like that old Chinese proverb. The man who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the man who is doing it. So we hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.